My best advice for new bicycle flippers. Hey gang, this is Mike with myrealestatedojo.com, and I am Mr. No Fluff, and today I'm going to talk to you about exactly my best advice for new bicycle flippers. Now, before I do, if you can click the like button or leave a comment, let me know what you had for breakfast or what is your goals, because it does help out with the algorithm. Okay, now let's dive in. What is my best advice? Now, the way I came up with this information is, as you guys know, I wrote a book about flipping bicycles, and a lot of my students and a lot of people have reached out to me and they've asked me questions. So therefore, I put it all together and came up with the most important ideas that I'm going to share with you right now, totally for free. The very first thing I want to talk about, my advice to new bicycle flippers or even real estate investors or any kind of entrepreneur, is that when you want to be your dreams, when you want to do something new, right, that it is going to be challenging, okay? And there's no bussedness about it because it's not easy. For example, when I buy bicycles, when I teach my students how to buy bicycles or how to flip houses, it requires us, and I'm using this word very strategically, to steal from the customers. Now, not steal because we're taking away from them, is because we're buying at such a deep discount that we have to leave enough meat on the bone for us to turn around and make profits off of it. And that's what I call, and I'm just using the word steal, because you have to understand that not everyone is going to want you to let you steal their bikes. You know, if the bike is worth, let's say, $500 and I'm offering them $100, right? Or if the bike is worth $800 and I'm offering them $100, not everyone's going to want that. It's not going to be easy. Majority of people are going to say no, okay? I mean, and that's the truth. And I want to put it out there. Just like when I buy a house, not everyone's going to willing to sell me a house. A lot of you guys know I'm a real estate investor. I teach people how to invest in real estate without using bank money. So when I want to buy a house, not everyone's going to willing to sell me their home at 30 cents on a dollar or 50 cents on a dollar. Same thing with bicycles. So a lot of people reach out to me and say, well, Mike, I contacted 10 people and they all said no. This is hard. This is not easy. And I want to be upfront with you. It doesn't matter if you want to buy bicycles, if you want to buy cars, if you want to buy real estate. Anytime you want to buy something at a deep discount, okay, below fair market value, it is going to be hard. It's going to be challenging because people don't want to depart from their property and get a haircut. They don't want to get a flat top because they don't want to leave all that profits for you. Okay, so the whole business of real estate wholesaling, the whole business of bicycle flipping, and that's why I recommend everyone to, if you want to be a real estate investor, start with flipping bicycles, because they're parallel. So it doesn't matter what you're trying to do. If you're trying to flip cars, bicycles, or real estate, you got to realize there's an audience for that. Not everyone's your customer. Okay, you got to. This is just straight talk, no fluff. Okay, not everyone's willing to sell their bike for $100, which is what I pay for bikes. You know, I buy $1,000 bike and just give the seller $100. Okay, I'll buy a $500 bike. I'll give the seller $50 or $100. Okay, because I'm buying it 10 cents, 20 cents on the dollar. So it's not easy. Okay, and I never said it is easy. However, it's very profitable, and it's very doable, and it's very repeatable, and there's a lot of customers out there, a lot of sellers out there that are willing to sell their bikes, if you know what a motivated seller is. And so, when someone tells me no, that doesn't mean that the deal is over. It depends on the way I give the offer for them, what I call an open door for them to come to me later. And that's what I give you in my book, The New Flip. Why I actually write the offer letters for you, and you just copy and paste it and send it to the seller, because I've done it such a long time that I've bulletproofed it to make sure that it works. But even by using my bulletproof offers, people are still going to say no, and that's totally fine. And that's totally fine, because there are audiences that are going to say yes. And my audience, and what I teach in my book, is called the motivated seller audience. Some of them are motivated because financially they need money. They're going to take it to the pawn shop. I'll give it a little bit more than a pawn shop, and I teach you how to do that in my book. Some of them just bought a new bike and they need room. Some of them, they're moving to a different state and they gotta move, and they don't want to throw the bike in the trash can. Some of them don't know the value of the bike, just like real estate. Some of them will sell it to you because the bike needs repairs, right? It might be just a simple tube. They don't know how to do it, right? So either way, I categorize this as a motivated seller. So the point number one is, it's not easy. Don't go in there thinking you're gonna talk to 3 sellers and buy all their bikes for $100. No, it's not like that at all. Nothing is like that. If you want to be your dreams, nothing's like that. Maybe a job is like that. Maybe I don't know, because I've never had a job. I've never had a resume where I have to go for interviews. But maybe, you fill out the resume, you go for an interview, and they give you a job, and that's it. But to be an entrepreneur, to be a dreamer, to be your purpose in life, it's not going to be a simple road of like, yes, yes, yes. It's going to be a road of no, 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 F you, get out of here, F you, till you get it, right? But there are so many people out there that are highly motivated that this is a business that's repeatable over and over, month out, month in. It doesn't matter if you're in the summertime, you're in the spring, you're in the wintertime, all over. And that's why the bike industry is a billion-dollar industry, right? It's a billions of dollar industry. And so what I teach to my students is to find deals at a deep discount and then sell the bicycles for a discount, so it moves what I call verb speed, which is very, very fast. Warp speed, excuse me. I freestyle it, so I'm not going to edit it or anything like that. I stutter, I start where I stand. It's what I teach you guys. Be yourself. Start where you stand. I'm not perfect, but I make things happen. You're probably not perfect either, but you're probably more perfect than me. And so I want you to be your dreams. That's why I do my YouTube channel. So the number one most important thing is to realize it's not easy, but it's definitely doable. So if someone tells you no, don't just lose hope. If 10 people tell you no, keep going, okay? Now, you may have to send 50 to 100 offers before someone says yes. But again, where can you go and put $100 and turn it to $500? Where can you go put $100 and turn it to $1,000 in a matter of days or hours? I don't know anywhere, not even Bitcoin, not even gold, not in real estate, not in business, okay? I don't know any business that I can start just with $100. Most people don't know. I've started a couple of businesses, but, it's pretty hard. But flipping bikes is the easiest business I've ever done, and I wrote a book about it, and I'll let you guys download it in the link below, guys, okay? Anyways, so my first advice is realize it's not easy, but it's not impossible. It's actually pretty simple, but it's not easy because not everyone wants you to steal their bike, okay? And when I mean steal is of the price. Number two is very, very important, is that my advice to new bicycle flippers is that they have to check their mindset. Many people's mindset is negative. So when they start a project, let's say flipping bikes, or they want to start a new business, or they want to flip houses, whatever, they're going into the equation with a negative mindset. That their mind is already fixated to a negative outcome. Like, this is not going to work. So, of course, whatever your mind thinks, you're going to produce, okay? If you're in a bad situation in your life, it's not the external world that made it. It's your own mind. I'm so sorry to tell it to you with no fluff. But if you're in a bad situation right now, it's your own mind that put you there, because you constantly probably were looking in the past. You're constantly probably having fear. Everything you try to do that you thought people were out to get you, or there's going to be a negative situation, or this is not going to work, or this is a scam. And that's why, I've been there. So that's why I know it's not like I'm a perfect guy. I have had negative mindsets, and I've given away most of the stuff that I work for 15, 16 years. So I know what it is. So what I'm trying to tell you, that my second advice for any new bicycle flippers is that if you go into the flipping bicycles and you think this is a scam, then that's what you're going to get. If you go into it thinking this is not going to work, that's exactly what you're going to get. At the very least, be neutral, you know. But I highly recommend to be positive, because one of my favorite poets says, you know, what we say is the house that we live in, and it's Hafez, right? It says, I'm just, you know, summarizing it for you. I don't have it in front of me, but it's a simple sentence that says, you know, the words basically that we say to ourselves, the things that we think constantly is going to build us the house that we live in. So if you're living in a bad environment right now, it's because of your thinking process that has created the house that you may be living in. And you know, I've lived in my car, and I've lived in where I had many rental houses where I rent out to other people. And I can tell you, when I lived in my car, my mindset was different than when I had 3 businesses. So now I lived in my car and turned that into those businesses. So I had positive mindset. So again, it's so crucial that when you go in there, you don't have a negative mindset. Like, for example, let me give you an example. One of my students reached out to me on my Facebook. He bought the course, bought my book, and then he found the deal. First, before he was trying to find the deal, he was sending me messages like with a negative mindset. Hey, Mike, I messaged 10 people and they said no. Hey, Mike, you know, I messaged 20 people and they said no. Or people are being mean to me. And I told them, I prep talked them. I told them, go and get in the ring. Don't forget about those people. Don't put your attention on the negative people that are going to tell you no. Put your attention on the yes. So then he found the deal, right? He found a good deal. He bought it for $100. The bike was at least worth $500. So I said to him, great job, dude. Keep it up. So now he tried to sell the bike, and he put it on for sale. And then once again, that negative mindset creeped in again. And instead of selling that bike for $500, what I originally told him to put it for, he quickly dropped the price so much, and he sold the bike really fast, and he dropped the price so much that he was only able to like 2x his money, which means he put $100 in and he made it 200 versus putting $100 in and making 500. And I asked him, okay, why did you drop the price so fast? And he laughed and he said, Mike, because I was afraid that the bike wouldn't flip. Like, I wouldn't be able to flip it, and I just want to get my money out of it. And I was just happy just to make 2x, 200% versus 500%. And he said that now that I look back after it, I made a mistake, because when I was going to sell that bike for 500, it was still below market for $200. So I could have moved it, but he didn't have the confidence in himself to look. He just risked $100. He just wanted to get his money as quick as possible because he thought now he had made a mistake. So the point of the story is that if you have a negative mindset, you're going to have it when you enter the project, and you're going to have it when you're trying to exit the project, and you're going to, you know, screw yourself over at both directions, okay? And so it's very crucial that if you start any kind of project, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to be a real estate investor, you're going to be a bicycle flipper, to start it with the outcome that you want, and you repeat that to yourself. I'm gonna flip 5 bikes. Or like Napoleon Hill said, day by day, in every way, I am more and more successful. Day by day, in every way, I am more and more successful. Or like Romy says, I read it to you guys every day. Always remember, you're braver than you believe. You're smarter than you seem. I'm sorry. You're stronger than you seem. You're smarter than you think, and you're twice as beautiful as you ever imagined. And that's why I constantly say that to you guys, right? Because I want to change the psychological. And this is one of the reasons that I tell all my real estate students that want to get into buying rental houses or doing fix and flips or getting subject to deals is like, hey, hit the brakes. Do the flipping bikes first, the new flip first, because it teaches you the whole business of real estate, the psychological aspects, the ups and downs, you know, all the way to the business side of the business. And that's why I believe that everyone should do the new flip first, stack your chips, save some money, learn sales, learn negotiation, learn the ups and downs of, you know, their emotions, and then get into the flipping bike business. So anyways, so point number 2 is, if you don't check your brain is a overthinker. It'll think about the past failures. It'll think about the future fears, and it's going to rob you of your now. Let me say that again. Do not overthink. And if you're going to tell yourself something, tell yourself positive things. Tell yourself day by day in every way, I'm becoming more successful, like Napoleon Hill says that. Tell yourself, I'm going to flip these bikes. I'm going to get these deals. I'm going to get these deals. I'm going to make this money. Don't tell yourself that, hey, this is not going to work. Hey, this is not going to work. Hey, I can lose my money. Hey, what if but people tell me, no, 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 no. Don't allow their nose to penetrate you. Don't allow yourself to jinx yourself, because that's what I see in a lot of my students, guys, okay? That they shambled themselves. They shackled themselves. They chained themselves up to their own past failures and don't allow their wings to fly, right? And that's why, I'm here on this channel constantly telling you guys you can be your dreams without credit, without debt, without, any of that stuff, guys, okay? So that's point number 2, okay? Point number 3, my best advice to new bicycle flippers is you got to give them offers, because it only takes like less than 5 seconds, not even a minute, to give offers. So, what I do is every morning when I go take a dump, I'll give 25 offers in the morning when I'm sitting on a shitter, and boom, 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 and that's it, right? And I give 25 offers every day. So in 1 week, just in 5 days, that's 100 offers that I've given. So if you're only giving, if you sit down one day and get 25 offers and everyone says no, say, oh, this is not going to work, then that's not going to work for you. But you got to realize that you got to give offers every day, week in and week out. And before you know, you have more deals than you can handle. But it needs to be consistent. It's kind of like going to the gym. You can't expect to just go to the gym one day and, work out 1 hour and think, hey, I'm not like Arnold. I don't have the muscle. No, it needs to be consistently. So it's better to give 25 offers every day for 7 days or 14 days or 30 days versus to sit down for one hour straight and give offers and say, oh, this doesn't work. Because the way that it works is 20% of the offers that I give, people say yes. The other 80% say no. And that's why I give them the offer number 2, which is exactly in my book, which I call an open-ended offer, which then allows the seller to come back to me down the line, because majority of the deals, 80% of the deals, are made after my second offer, which takes days for them to come back to me. And just like real estate, no one's going to want me to steal their home. No one's going to want me to buy their home or to buy their bikes for 10 cents on a dollar, 20 cents on a dollar, 30 cents on a dollar, or 50 cents on a dollar. Everyone wants maximum price. So it takes time for it to bake, okay? I call it put it in the oven, put the offers in, put it in the oven, and let them bake. For example, the last 2 deals that I just done, they all came from the oven strategy, where I give my second offer. I give offer number 1, they decline it. I give them my second offer, and it has a secret sauce, which you can copy and paste when you download my book below, that allows the seller to come back to you when they're ready to be baked. And that's exactly how real estate works. And today, and I just did 2 deals, and I bought 4 bikes. Each one of these sellers had 2 bikes. And guys, one bike I paid $75 for, and I sold that bike for $447. The other bike I paid $100 for, and I sold that bike for $547. The next bike I paid $100 for, and I sold it for Bitcoin for $547. So all this stuff, out of the 3 bikes that I flipped, 2 of them I flipped in less than 24 hours. The first one I flipped in 8 hours. So I bought it, I posted it online, and I sold it in 8 hours. The next one, the number 2 one, it was like the next morning when I woke up, I sold the other one, which was like 12 hours later, okay? So both bikes I sold in less than 24 hours. The third bike, I sold it, it was like 48 hours or less, right? I don't exactly have the time of that one, because my main goal, my excitement is when I sell in less than 24 hours, I'm like, yes, and I keep it as a mental note, because I like to see how fast I can flip them, what I call warp speed, because I buy it at a deep discount and I sell it at a discount. I go into it in depth in my course. So make sure you download my book, guys, called The New Flip. You can go to My Real Estate Dojo. Again, myrealestatedojo.com. You might want to check out my reviews. I've got excellent reviews. This is a no fluff course. the startup capital that's required for this, the new flipping bicycles, is only $100, guys. Only $100. The returns that I've seen is 300%, 200%, 500%, 600%. And yes, you can lose your $100, guys. Okay, you can lose your $100. I haven't personally met any students that lost their money, but it can happen to you. Okay, you can. But good thing is, it's better to lose $100 than, you know, start a business, borrow 100,000, and then go bankrupt, right? So this business is, you don't need any credit, you don't need any debt. All you need is $100 to start off with, and you can get the course below. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, leave me a comment below, let me know what your thoughts are, and if you can, please support and buy the course, because I know it's going to get you, well, if you take action and you don't quit, it's going to get you great returns. And I wrote this book because I want you to succeed, so you can come back to me and so we can do real estate together. Okay? All right, guys, thanks so much. Thanks for watching. Much love from me and you. Don't take no for an answer.